I got Boss Cowboy on the line.
What's up, big dog?
What's up, man? I'm about to say I only know one. I ain't gonna say your real name online, but I only know one of y'all. So, man, let's go, man. I got Boss Cowboy in the building, man.
Let's go, bro.
Let's talk about it, man. Real quick, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on what are your thoughts? And this is what I'm gonna do real quick, Nation. I'm gonna turn the call-in line off for about a couple minutes just until my boy Boss Cowboy get out of here. You know, content creators, we always want to show them that extra love that they show me when I come on the show. So call-in lines turned off until my boy Boss Cowboy's up out of here. Go ahead and talk, boss. First question I gotta ask you is, what are your thoughts on Jason Peters?
I mean, you know, obviously the more research I do, the more that I love it, because I agree with everything that you were saying. You know, I got my notes out when my boy West Coast is talking. Real talk too. And it's what you said in terms of stabilizing the line, allowing us to do what we do best and letting guys play where they got the reps in the training camps. It just aligns so many pieces, even in the short run. It's nothing too much to knock about it. We all saw preseason. We know how ball played. We know they didn't do the right things with Collins. So this would be a makeover for the ball drop of Collins.
And my question now I want you to kind of put your production. I don't want you to predict the future, because it's hard to predict the Dallas Cowboy future. So I just want you to predict the common sense future.
Mm-hmm.
They signed Peters. What happens to your offensive line, the lineup? Because I remember my boy Boss Cowboy when it first went down that Tyron Smith was out. My boy Boss Cowboy was the first person that added a lineup out that had a lineup up there, and it made 100%. So you know what I did? I just ran with it. Literally, I said Boss Cowboy's right on this one, so we're gonna run with his idea. So what is your thoughts now if they sign Peters? What happens to your offensive line?
Still short term, we'll be in a predicament likely that he won't be ready to play, because they go try to ramp him up, or it's going to all depend on how that tire kick process goes. He's a big boy, so that's asking a lot for a guy to come in as a big boy and be ready to play week one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So unless he's an exceptionally disciplined person, we still going to be stuck with contingencies that we talked about before with. So that would be where they seem like they're leaning on Tyler Smith playing the left tackle. I don't like it. I disagree with it. I wish they would leave the young man at this point, and how they manage preseason. I wish they leave him at left guard and then make Steele take on that impossible task. But because Steele is built for it, it just makes sense. I think they should activate Collins to the roster, play him at right tackle, and then let's get through game one. Now, when Peters get back and he's up to speed and he's familiar with the playbook, familiar with the calls, knowing how to do his job, not needing special attention, then you say, okay, Peters, you go play that left tackle. Even if you had Tyler Smith out there left tackle, you're moving back inside the left guard. I'll save it for center because I'm still researching that, to be honest. I'm not going to fake that. And then the right side will stay stable with Zach Martin and Steele.
Okay, so I'm gonna get my boy Bob Heck says, West Coast, I told you Tyler Smith still starting at left tackle. Boss Cowboy, you know how I feel about that, man. When I'm speaking right now, I'm speaking off of, and I apologize because I do believe that Tyler Smith is still going to be starting on the first, but I'm speaking as in like the common, like in a perfect world, you would want Jason Peters to start week one. If he can play,
yeah,
I would want him to play week one in Tyler Smith, because right now I don't see any positive things coming from Tyler Smith playing left tackle week one. Like, unless he is just like this guy that doesn't need practice, doesn't need this, and just goes out there and just wears they ass out. Like, I don't see any benefit if Jason Peters is healthy. And I'm gonna tell you, Bob Helk, you low-key kind of look like him too. I just thought about that too. Bob looked just like Jason Peters. He do, bro. I'm looking at Jason Peters. I'm looking at Bob,
bro.
I'm like, what the hell?
I just thought about it. When
he looked just Bob looked just like
Bob.
He do. Oh, Jason Peters looking at it.
Hey, shout out to Bob Head, bro. That's how people see. That's how much people know, man. That boy Bob Head famous, bro.
Hey, I just did a pass. I just did a pass block for him. Look, I just did a pass block for him. Hey, Bob out there side, kick step it. I'm on your head, Bob. I'm on your ass, Bob. Hey, my boy Mike Scott says if Peters can play Play him at left tackle. Leave the right side of the line alone. Zach Martin still can play. What are your thoughts on that? In a perfect world, what do you want to see? You told us what's probably gonna happen, but I want to know, in a perfect Boss Cowboy world where your voice matters, what do you want to see?
To be honest, if I'm being all the way about competition and what's to me the most common sense, I give Steele a chance to make that money, man. I'm being all the way honest, man, because Steele at this point is becoming a better bet. Because who shows the mental toughness better than the guy who was thrown in as an undrafted free agent, put in an impossible situation, but yet kept improving to the point at the last 8 games of the final season of the year he was much better. And only really West Coast and myself was giving him credit for it. And that's real. Those who follow West Coast already know that. So I ain't saying what y'all don't know. All right. So then you go into year 2. Then we go into year 2. Tremendous, epic game. He gives up no sacks to Judon. He gives up no sacks to Bosa. He gives up no sacks. It was Judah to Hunt. None on that right. Then had to go play the left.
Yeah.
Was terrible game 1. Gets better all the way by the 3rd game. Throw him out there, man. Give him a chance to make that money. Then the guy who actually played good on the right tackle, activate him. We saw the tape. We all know Collins played good on that right side. He played good. Even the sack they said he gave up versus Seattle wasn't true, because that was a game and the guard should have picked up the game. He got credit. He got penalized for a sack he ain't caused. You know, but people got to know the game to know that. So anyway, that would be ideal right now. But then if we acquire Peters, then you go with the All-Pro, because then that makes that line even better, because that's the line, like you said. You know, so those would be my 2 options.
Okay, and I just want to talk some Jerry Namics for a minute. Go ahead.
Who? And also, listen, bro. I don't know if y'all know this. West Coast probably knows this, but I've been rocking a run the ball hat every day.
I know.
I've been rocking it every day.
I've been seeing. I appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate you, man, for putting that out there, bro, and then sending me the hats, man. Very forward thinking, and I mean, I'm so glad you done spoke this thing into existence, and just an aid to this run the ball campaign. And let me tell you something. I don't care if you already bought a hat, buy another one, bro. Y'all owe West Coast. Let's keep it real, y'all. Listen, I don't care if you bought one. I don't care if you got the same color. Buy it again and give it to somebody. See, because we now with Peters and with Tyler are set and poised to be what West Coast have been preaching for the last 3 years. This ain't even a new thing. See, some of y'all just learning about West Coast maybe on YouTube, but let me tell you something. This boy been preaching this campaign, and that's what we're being a place for. So I just want to add that to the recipe real quick.
Hey, and real quick, let's talk some Jerry Namics. I feel like with all these Cowboys are the Cowboys panicking right now, bro? Like, are they panicking? Because like all of a sudden it feels like the Cowboys are all of a sudden like, have you guys noticed that like every thing that we thought about in preseason, like they're kind of trying to fix stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like they're kind of like, I almost feel like, you know what a moment of clarity is? You know what I'm saying? I feel like the Lakers. I feel like the Cowboys are kind of going through a moment of clarity right now. You know what I'm saying? Like now, obviously, I would have wished they would have did this during training camp, because then some of these moves that you're making, you could have tried them out. You know what I'm saying? But it feels like the Cowboys are low key kind of going into a moment of clarity, where it's like, oh damn, maybe our idea isn't all the way correct. You know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts on this? I mean, because it's a little late in the season, man. But I mean, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the Cowboys doing it?
Very good insight on what you're saying, and I think it's also with what you're saying about budgets. So I think they already had a moment of clarity, but they waited to execute it until they gave their cheaper version a chance. So that's what they Right. So, like, look at linebacker, because I already know you lead with linebacker.
Yeah,
'cause you've been preaching
exactly.
the campaign on that.
Yep.
Yeah, you've been preaching the campaign on that. I know my brother's sermons, all right? So he been preaching the campaign on that, and I've been over there in the church of Boss Cowboy Latter-day Saints, been preaching the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm not a Latter-day.
I was about to say, we Baptists over here. We believe in Jesus. We believe in God.
I'm
about to
Baptist,
say, your mama gonna call you after the show. Your mama first. Boss, now, Marcus, I heard you say something on the television over there. Now, Pastor needs you to come down to the church. Pastor needs you to come down to the church on Sunday when you talk to her. You tripping.
I'm like, wait.
Clean that up real quick. Clean that up real quick.
Yeah, I am not at that. But anyway,
go ahead.
But with linebacker, I know you've been basically on that, and that was correct. But then see how they played it out. They brought in all the cheaper versions. They went with the undrafted guys, and they let them guys go through the mini camps, and they did all of that. But they wanted Boy at a price. So what they did is they put football second and price first, and brought him in late once they got the price. Instead of bringing him in early, paying a little bit more. You know, bring him in early, you get him acclimated, and that's a football decision, but they made a budget decision. Same thing on this tackle. They want those young guys to give a chance. So they said, we're going to go with Ball, and we're going to go Matt Luesco. Then what happened with them dudes? One of them break their shoulder already broken. It goes out again. The other one playing bad. So then what you do? You literally wait till you can make the roster, because you go get this guy in cheap at Peters, and you bring him in now instead of bringing him in 2 weeks ago, where he's in camp, he's in the sun, he's in the playbook. They passed on all that for budgets. So when you think about what you just said, which is, you know, did they come to themselves? It's like, yeah, I think they came to themselves after they gave their cheaper versions, man. And it's sad to know this type of stuff. As we know, like, and we sit back, like, West Coast will tell you this stuff, I tell you this stuff, and it's sad, man, because it's clear that they didn't put football first. They put that budget and that paper and that checkbook cap first, and that's typical of what we do.
Yeah. Hey, next subject, real quick, and you got a couple minutes, right? You good?
Yeah, we rocking, bro.
Okay, good. All right, for sure. All right, so next, let's talk about this Denzel Mims, man. Dallas, not a Dallas kid, but a Texas kid. Cowboys have been rumored to kind of be, you know, maybe possibly trading for him. You know, I'm not, you know, I've liked Mims for a little while now. I think, you know, I don't believe he's better than CeeDee Lamb, but I do believe that if CeeDee Lamb is our Dez, where he needs his Terrence Williams. You know what I'm saying? He needs his guy that he can kind of help him out when he needs time, right? And I think Mims, you know, between the speed and, you know, the second round pick, you know, I think it'd be a good look for the Dallas Cowboys. What are your thoughts on the Dallas Cowboys trading for Mims, or at least trading for another wide receiver, getting him inside here?
I absolutely would be for it. You know, with Mims.
Was Mims a guy in the Boss Cowboys? Did you have him in the guide?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and let them know about that guy. Let them know about it.
Yeah, he was a top-rated guy to Baylor. Showed a lot of long speed, showed a lot of big player ability. Rose up the boards, became a favorite of the scouting community and the YouTube community and everybody who does content. He just checked boxes more and more and more as he measured that made you believe more and more in the production of his film. He was that guy, right? So even when they drafted him, nobody blinked at where they drafted him, but then it was the production or a lack thereof with the Jets, right? Which gives people pause. This is why he makes so much sense, because there is nobody that's a better restorator than Dak Prescott.
Oh, explain that. Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. I am stealing that.
That's just true.
Oh my God.
It's just nobody, bro. He had Bryce Butler thinking he was a number one.
Bro, he had Bryce Butler on ESPN saying he's not coming. And mind you, Bryce Butler was talking about Dez. Bryce Butler was talking about Dez. Bryce Butler went on national TV and said he is not coming back to Dallas unless he's the number one receiver. That's exactly what Bryce Butler said on national TV.
And he was
my God, boss, that's fine.
He was dead serious, dog. Yeah, and then we ain't got to stop there. We can go with Cobb. We can go with Cole Beasley having his best years. Like, that get for
Amari Cooper,
man, you know. Amari Cooper too. Like, a lot of people don't even go look at the production of Amari with the Raiders before he came to Dallas. It was anemic. he was non-existent, just like Mims. So, and he would be coming in, to your point, to take pressure off of CeeDee Lamb and be a big play guy. Like, ain't no way we should be cool with James Washington, but then look down our nose at Mims. That's crazy.
Facts.
Like, for real. So we would be looking at the reincarnation, to be honest, if you put them two together, in my opinion. If you put together CeeDee Lamb with Mims, you putting together Michael Irvin with Harper.
If you over the age of 35, you have no clue what he's talking about. But if you over the age of 35, oh, that just hit your soul different. Go ahead. That just hit your soul differently.
Yeah, that's a deadly combo. Like, it's a good combo. It also will make you put Tolbert in a number 3 role, where he also gonna have less pressure, and then give that combination only 3 games, and that's gonna be fully matured and cooking. That's real talk.
Hey, my boy James says he got Cedric Wilson balling and paid. He said he had Cedric Wilson balling and paid. Dak has gotten some dudes paid, man. Like, he's gotten some receivers paid. Cole Beasley got paid at the Opes. Like, he's gotten some folks paid. Man, that is a great point, what you said. He's he revives dudes' careers. That is a phenomenal point, boss. Go ahead and finish, man. Great point.
Ain't nobody better, bro. Ain't nobody better. Like, I don't think, like, who in the league is better, bro, like, at getting balls paid? I don't know. I mean, I know you got a good mind about it, bro. You'd already started listing names by now if it was another one. So, yeah, and then also putting that in our system, putting that in the Kellen Moore system would then take pressure off them tight ends. It's so many benefits of a Mims. So, the thing that the reason why they won't do it is because they wanted a 4th, and because of pride, they only got a 5th for Amari. So Dallas ain't starting no kind of talk unless it's a 6th.
Facts.
Out of just pride.
Facts.
I mean, and they go just say, it's just because they can't have a 5th, gave away Amari for a 5th, and then give away. That's gonna be sent. That's gonna communicate that they messed up. They ain't do that. But that means we just gotta pray that Mims' price come down. That's our only prayer.
But I'm gonna tell you, man, if this dude is available for a 6th, bro, every NFL team in the NFL wants him now. Bro, if you're trying to get Mims for a 6th, the Shanghai Sharks are interested now. Is he down to come play in China? Because, bro, I'm gonna tell you, for a 6th round pick, I know 32 teams are gonna be interested. That's just real, bro. If he goes for a 6th round pick, bro, he won't be a Dallas Cowboy, because somebody's gonna give him a 6th and something else. Because look, there's gonna be teams that are like, bro, we ain't did nothing dumb like that. We would never trade Amari Cooper away for a 5th. So who cares? Come here. You know what I'm saying? Like, come. Like, but that is an excellent point.